Home isn't one place. It's the world. Hello. If you ask me where I'm from, I wouldn't point to one place on a map. I would draw a circle around the world. My name is Finnegan Osman, and I am 10 years old. People often ask me, was it hard for you to move so many times? And my answer might surprise you. No, it wasn't hard. Not because moving is always easy, but because everywhere I have lived, I have found the same things. Empathy, kindness, play, and connection. And those things belong everywhere. That is why the theme, Changing Currents, Lasting Ripples, means so much to me. Because even when places change, those things stay the same. I was born in Singapore. I was only 4 months old when we moved to Austria, so I don't remember that move. But I still feel connected to Singapore, and I am proud to say that it is part of my story. In Austria, I went to a German-speaking nursery school. German wasn't my first language, but as a kid, you don't worry about that. You watch, you listen, you play, and somehow you connect. There's a quote I like from Albert Einstein. Play is the highest form of research. I also think play is the first language kids learn. When I was 4, we moved to Egypt, and I started pre-K in Cairo. It felt exciting because my brothers, my mom, and my dad were all in the same school. Then we moved to North Macedonia, and later to Tasok. Everywhere I went, each move changed my dress, my school, and sometimes my language. But one thing never changed. Everywhere I went, kids were kids. We played, we laughed, we had fun. We found ways to connect. Instead of losing homes, it felt like I was collecting them. Kids like me are sometimes called third culture kids, or TCKs. That just means we grew up between cultures. But what I have learned is that you don't need to be a TCK to understand this idea. You don't need to travel far to find kindness. You don't need to speak the same language to feel a connection. You don't need to be the same to belong. Those things already exist everywhere, but they don't spread on their own. I saw this clearly during my December break in South Africa. One night, I met some kids at a playground. We played rugby together. Much English? I didn't speak Afrikaans, but it didn't matter. We spoke the language of play. In that moment, there were no countries, no labels, and no differences. Just kids being kids. That moment stayed with me because it reminded me of something important. The world already knows how to connect. We just have to remember how. There's another quote I like from Mark Twain. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. I think you'd understand this naturally. We start with curiosity, not fear. We look for ways to connect, not separate. But somewhere along the way, people forget. Empathy starts small. One moment, one friend, one playground, one classroom. And those small moments create ripples. Growing up this way has taught me that home isn't one place. Home is empathy. Home is kindness. Home is a connection. And those things belong everywhere. So my message is simple. No matter who you are or where you're from, empathy kindness, play, and connection already exist everywhere in the world, but they don't spread on their own. We have to choose them. Let kids lead with curiosity and play. Let schools break barriers instead of building them. Let us remember that kindness doesn't need translation, because when we change how we connect with each other, we don't just adapt to change. We create lasting ripples that could reach the whole world. If children can connect through play across cultures, imagine what the whole world could be if we all remembered how. Thank you.